guys, Pam again. This video is my promise to you to talk to you about how to prevent future strokes, how to prevent any strokes. As I said in my last video, that was about how to recognize the signs and symptoms of stroke. This one is how to prevent them in the first place. To follow up with you, if you weren't listening to my previous video, my mom had suffered a stroke in 2022, September 2022. Unfortunately, she passed away this last September 25th, 2023. So I am doing my best to educate other people all about stroke, and I'm not saying that she died of stroke. She had a slew of different things happen to her since the pandemic started, but anyway, I'm going to again be referencing this UC Health pamphlet that I got for patients and family of education guide. Future stroke prevention, okay? So the two most important questions you have to ask yourself are, what caused your stroke if you already had one? And what are your risk factors? Well, the first step is knowing what your risk factors are. There's ones that can be controlled and ones that cannot be controlled. The risk factors that cannot be controlled are age, gender, family history, your race, prior stroke, TIA or heart attack, PFO, and now the risk factors that can be controlled, which is the most important thing we all need to be doing. Number one, high blood pressure. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is the most common cause of stroke. It also increases the chance of kidney failure and heart disease. So if you keep your blood pressure at 120/80 and take your medications as prescribed, just work with your doctor to keep your blood pressure under control is very important. Number two, high cholesterol. I myself suffer from familial hyperlipidemia, which is essentially high cholesterol, but within the family genetics. I've been battling this for years and years. I did not want to take statins. I did not want to take medication. I would diet, I would exercise. At one point in time, I was down to 20% body fat. And my cholesterol was still high, even with a lot of exercise, eating perfectly. And all of these things can really help most people reduce their high cholesterol levels naturally. I finally have given in and I'm now taking medication for it because I don't want to risk having a stroke myself. Number three, diabetes. Diabetes is a disease that occurs when your blood glucose, which is your blood sugar, is just too high. Normally the pancreas releases insulin to help your body store and use the sugar and fat from the food that you eat. But diabetes can occur when your pancreas produces very little or no insulin at all, or when your body doesn't respond appropriately to your own insulin. And yet there's no cure for diabetes. People with diabetes need to manage their disease to stay healthy. Number four, for risk factors that can be controlled, is AFib, atrial fibrillation. This is an irregular heartbeat, essentially. It's where the heart's two upper chambers beat chaotically and irregularly. This is out of coordination with the two lower chambers of your heart. This may lead to blood clots, stroke, heart failure, or other heart-related complications. Your physician may recommend a temporary heart monitor if that in fact is a suspected cause of your previous stroke. And this is probably the biggest one of all, diet and nutrition. Your risk of stroke goes up immensely if your diet is high in saturated fats, trans fats, cholesterol, sodium, and just excess calories in general, which for me is usually sugar. Sugar is also a high contributor to all of the problematic things you can eat. It can also lead to high cholesterol. Don't let just all the fat stuff fool you. Sugar is a huge culprit of diabetes and all of the disease factors that we face today. Eating a well-balanced diet is a vital part of lowering your chance for stroke. This includes protein, carbohydrates, mostly in the form of fruits and vegetables, not your simple Carbohydrates are the deadly ones. Anything white, the white sugar, the white flours, all of that stuff is your very simple carbohydrate that leads to high blood sugar levels. It's all about keeping a level blood sugar. And keep in mind that prepackaged foods have high levels of MSG, monosodium glutamate, and high levels of salt, and high levels of hidden sugars. Next, it is so important to get physical activity in. Being inactive, being obese, being overweight, watching your BMI, your body mass index is hugely important. For me personally, since the pandemic, working remote from home, I'm on my couch and I struggle at getting good exercise in all the time. I get very lazy, I've gained weight, and I really need to make 2024 a concerted effort to eat better and definitely exercise more. If you're inactive, it increases your blood pressure, increases your cholesterol, increases your chance for diabetes, increases your chance for heart disease, and of course, stroke. Next, we've got alcohol and drug use. The pandemic's also created a lot of alcoholics, people with substance abuse disorder, substance use disorder. There's all kinds of different names for it now, but alcohol is a big problem along with recreational drug use. Moderate drinking means that you're limiting your alcohol intake to 1 per day. But what does 1 per day mean? That's very important. 1 drink per day means no more than 1.5 ounces of hard liquor, 4 ounces of wine, or 12 ounces of beer. If you have more than any one of these, because all of those combined are 3 drinks in a day. Next, we've got tobacco use. Smoking and other tobacco use can cause damage to your blood vessels and greatly increase your risk of having a stroke. It is the #1 most preventable lifestyle risk factor. Giving up smoking can positively influence your longevity, your health, and everything. I'm also an esthetician, and I can't tell you the number of people that I've had in my experience who come in and just want their faces to look better. And there's nothing in the entire world that can help your face look better and stay looking better unless you quit smoking. Nothing is going to help you. Nothing damages your skin, your body, your health worse than smoking tobacco, smoking cigarettes. Being in the sun excessively without sunscreen can also cause a lot of severe damage. Vaping, no good. Don't just think because it doesn't include tobacco that it's good for you. Absolutely not. All kinds of chemicals getting into your body can wreak havoc on your cells and your skin and your entire body. And lastly, let's talk about stress. Manage your stress in any way possible. To me, stress is the #1 risk factor for anything in your life that causes bad things to happen. Your mental health is more important than your physical health because it leads to physical health. It leads to everything. If you can get control of your mental health, everything else in life can fall into place. And over time, stress that you have not dealt with does in fact affect the mind, the body, and the spirit. It can always add to problems with high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. There are many healthy ways to deal with stress, and exercise is one of the best things that you could possibly do, not only for your physical health, your mental health, your stress level, everything. Learn to meditate, relax, take deep breaths, take time out for yourself. Don't let the stress factors in life get to you. Work stressors, relationship factors, learn to manage it. Do whatever you can to control your stress. And I hope this video has been very helpful for you guys. Let's all make 2024 a much better year for us mentally, physically. And with that, I hope you have a very happy New Year's, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.